So continuing on with the different tranches of material you need to learn for the PMP exam. So far we've looked at the brain dump page 1, the brain dump page 2, and next we come to the flashcards. So there's some material which is a little bit scattered and disparate that's still very important, and we want to get it into our memory really thoroughly. And the best way to do this is with flashcards. But you want to be selective again, and certain material goes into each of these tranches. If you have a deck of 500 flashcards, that's no help at all. You need repetition, so you need a concise, short deck of flashcards that you can flip through every day and get repeated impressions in your mind of each of these flashcards. So I've got a short deck of about 45 flashcards, which are my recommendation as a starting point, and you can evolve it from there to fit what makes sense to you. For example, here I have just a little extract from my sheet. There's two columns. The left column will be one side of the flashcard, and then the right column will be the other side of the flashcard, and each row is a flashcard. And there's certain material that warrants being put onto flashcards, but it's a very specific set of material. Again, this idea of tranches. And if the material warrants being put into a flashcard, then you don't need to worry about it in your brain dump. So you don't have repetition. Each tranche holds certain material. And so, for example, you've got these earned value recognition rules. You've got the PMBOK exact definition for quality, word for word, right out of the PMBOK. And not that you need to write that out from scratch, but when you see it, you need to know, yes, that's the exact PMBOK definition for quality. And that can be important on the test. There's certain questions on the test where you need to recognize exact language from the PMBOK. The PMBOK is too big to try to remember the whole thing. But I'm going to help you be selective and focus in on the most important stuff which you're likely to need on the test. And then there's these different quality gurus and management gurus. So for each one, like Geron here, there'll be certain concepts you need to recognize. Okay, this quality guru, these are the concepts that he's associated with. So that's the flashcards, and what I suggest you do is write out a deck of flashcards in your own handwriting, carry them around in your shirt pocket, and when you're standing in line at the supermarket and you have a few minutes to kill, flip through these flashcards. Or if you're at a stoplight in your car, you can flip through these flashcards. And you want to flip through them several times a day, every day. And that repetition will get you to the point where you know every one of these flashcards really well. And this tranche of material will be very thoroughly embedded in your mind.